going to go to questions in Japanese. First question, Masa on the left.
これまで日本のキャリアを含めると、例えば高校の時は球速だったり、ロッテの時は完全試合だったり、個人にフォーカスされることが多かったと思うんですけど、今回チームとして一つ節目を達成した、その一部に貢献できたということに関していかがですか。
そうですね、日本とアメリカの違いはやっぱ日本はリーグ優勝が一番なんていうんですかね、重要視されるもので、アメリカではポストシーズンでワールドチャンピオンになることが一番重要視されているので、そこの違いは、感じたので、シーズンも、大事で、ただ今年は全然貢献できなかった分、今年残されたポストシーズンで、自分のできることでチームに貢献したいと思ってたので、そういった意味では今は少しですけど貢献できてて良かったなとは思ってます。
Okay, we're going to go to Aki-san.
お疲れ様です。今日投げてる間、3回投げましたけど、投げてる間の感覚っていうのはどんな感じだったんですか。緊張感とか、あとは何ですかね、ゾーンに入ってるなとか、すごい集中力ではめられてるなとか、そんな感覚っていうのはどうでしたか。
そうですね、緊張感は登板ごとに、最小量が減ってはいるので、いい緊張感の中で投げれてますし、ゾーンに入ってるとかではなく、自分がこうしたらいいパフォーマンスを出せるっていう、技術的なところで信頼できるものが今はあるので、それが自分の心を落ち着かせて、パフォーマンス出せる要因なんじゃないかなとは思っています。
先月出されたインタビューで、そのホテルの中でその大船渡時代の自分の動画を見て、部屋の中でシャドーピッチングをしてたっておっしゃってましたけど、そこから、ここに来る、その道一番印象に残ったところってどうですか。その
試合ってことですか。
いやただ今までにたどり着く自分で習った経験したことだったり、後で振り返ればこれを多分一番思い出すと思います。
さっき言った通りの自分の中でこれかなって思った時のホテルでのシーンかなと思います。
Go ahead, straight back in the middle.
佐々木投手、今日は両チームとも緊迫した素晴らしい試合をしてましたけれども、後半で名前が呼ばれるかもしれないという思いで見ながら、どんなことを考えていらっしゃいましたでしょうか。
試合前に今日2イニングあるかもしれないってことを言われてたので、逆算して8回からかなとはあって8回からかなとは思ってたので、試合展開見ながら、最初バンダー準備してて、でもそれでもイニング途中で呼ばれるかもと思って、準備してて、そしたら結構急に同点になったタイミングで言われて、いつもより準備が少ない中で、になってしまったんですけど、なんとか、すぐにスイッチ入れて、試合に挑めたかなと思ってます。
あともう一つ、ずっとここを目標にしてきたと思うんですけれども、このポストシーズン楽しめてますか。
そうですね、まずは健康でパフォーマンスできていることに本当に感謝してますし、その中で徐々に自分らしく投げ入れていることには喜びを感じます。
Okay, we're going to go Nobu in the back.
お疲れ様です。イニング間の心境、準備であったり、そのベンチの中で座ってもう次に集中してたと思うんですけども、特に2イニング目から3イニング目に行く時の時間っていうのはどんなようなことを考えて、体的にはどうだったですか。
体調は良かったですし特に疲れもなかったので、そこら辺の心配はなくて、次の回回ってくるバッターのことをしっかり想定して、どういう攻め方でいくかとか、そういうことを考えてました。
ございます。
Okay, we only got time for one more. We're going to take one here in the middle.
シャンパンファイトで朗希に乾杯って監督がおっしゃったっていう映像を見たんですけども、実際そういうことを言われた時の思いと、 実際こういう経験をして本当の意味でチームの一員になれているような実感みたいなのって今どういうふうに感じになられてますか？
そうですね、本当にシーズン何もできなかった分少しでもチームに貢献したいという気持ちとその中で個人としては来年につながる何かあのまま終わるよりかはポストシーズンでいろいろ経験してっていう思いがあったので、今は少しずつですけどそういった感覚はあるので、良かったですし、はいチームのために今働けてるので、そこは良かったなと思います。
Roki, Will, thank you. Good night. Okay, we're going to start all the way in the back.
First off, I'll start. I want to, congratulate the Phillies on a tremendous season. First-class organization. Dombo, Rob, what they, their organization, their players, how they put together things. I mean, it was a war. It was a battle, and instant classic game. And I just want to congratulate those guys on a great year.
Dave, can you just talk about Roki's growth this season and what he's meant to you guys now and his role as a closer?
Oh my gosh! I mean, that's you're talking about one of the great all-time appearances out of the pen. That I can remember, where he started this year, what he is as a starting pitcher, to go out there and, not only go 1 inning, 2 innings, and then 3 innings, and to do what he did gave us a huge boost. I can't speak enough to his growth and, his contribution to this club. And, we're starting to, see something really special in him, and that's why he was courted so hard in the off season. But what he's done now on the biggest of stages, he's just scratching the surface. But couldn't be more proud of him.
Go left.
Dave, can you talk about Glass now, as far as last year not being in the playoffs and now having this opportunity, as you say, the big stage for Tyler?
Yeah, I couldn't be more excited for Tyler. A little bit looking on the outside, looking in last year and wanting to be a part of things. And, all off season, this season, he couldn't wait for this moment, for the postseason and to contribute. And so he's prepared physically, mentally, and what he did, it was his time today. Today was his moment, and I was just very happy to see that he rose to that occasion and gave us a huge boost. And this is something that I know is going to propel him going forward.
Dylan.
With Sasaki, were you thinking multiple innings from the start?
I was thinking, at that point in time when we went to him, I was thinking 2. And then I just felt that the stuff, where the game was at, I felt he could handle us pushing him. And he didn't bat an eye. He was ready, and he didn't run from it. So, it's part of the Japanese culture, the toughness. He's been a star his entire life. And I just felt that, in that moment in the 9th inning, the best option right there to keep this game going.
I don't think I've seen you come out of the dugout to greet a pitcher coming off,
I just think
what were you feeling at that time?
Yeah, I was pure elation. I think that a lot of times, for me as a coach, I pull for the players, and just seeing, in April and May when Roki was sitting at the end of the dugout, watching his team play, being injured, not performing well, and sticking with him, building a relationship with him, and to now see him not only go 1 inning but 2 innings to be our closer and to go 3 innings, I just felt so happy for him, and that's kind of where that came from.
Just one last one from me. You mentioned those early months, and I would even go back to that introductory press conference. I didn't sense a ton of confidence almost from him, body language wise. The confidence, I guess, that he's shown since he's come back. Were you surprised at all that was in there?
I was. Roki's a young player, and I think that he's very shy, reserved. But I do think that him coming back, he's opened up a lot more. I think he's showing more who he really is and showing some emotion. The toughness is certainly there. and he's embracing it. And I think that, his teammates couldn't be more excited for him, and that's growth and maturity.
You go in the back on the left.
Obviously, you take the win, but what are your feelings when it comes to Ryan Kerkering right now, seeing that happen on the other side?
Oh, it's brutal. Obviously, they played great defense tonight, it's one of those things that it's a PFP, a pitcher's fielding practice, and he's done it 1,000 times, and just right there he was so focused, I'm sure, on just getting the hitter, and just sort of forgot the outs in the situation. So Kerkering is a stud, and you definitely feel for a player, and I'm obviously happy that we won, but it's just he's had a heck of a year and is a heck of a pitcher.
Do you think your players sharing that sympathy?
I don't know. I mean, I think that no one wants anyone to kind of bear that, but he's a heck of a pitcher, and for us, obviously, as Dodgers, we're happy with the result.
Anything else for Doc? Okay, we're gonna go here in the front, Eric.
Excuse me, Dave. Glasnow's at 83 pitches through 6. Any thoughts to keeping him in there? What went into that decision?
He had cramps. He had cramps in the 5th and the 6th, and then that's he hasn't thrown that many pitches in a month. So I felt that with the cramps, and we pushed him as far as I wanted to push him right there.
And what about Vesia's inning in the 11th? What did you think there? It's kind of a high wire there. What were we thinking at that time?
I thought Alex made pitches when he needed to, and Bader put forth a great at bat. The walk to Harper, the pass ball obviously created some stress, and Bader put forth a 8-9 pitch at bat, and Alex made a great pitch to punch him right there. Great competition.
Dave, you mentioned this one was a battle all the way through the end. Just what did you see of the at-bats collectively there in the 11th inning?
I thought Kike took probably one of his best at-bats of the year. You get a guy that's very tough on right-hand hitters. To go down in the count and to earn a walk was huge. And, with Andy, just, obviously Andy's been scuffling. But to keep fighting and to put the ball in play, to create something, I give him a lot of credit. But, Tommy Edman, he does a great job of getting on base. And, it was just a great inning. And, again, we just kept fighting, and those guys gave us everything they had.
Okay, we'll take one more in the back on the far left.
Dave, what can you say about Alex Call just staying ready and quietly kind of getting you guys going on the bases?
Alex he's a winner. He's sort of on the periphery, but the guys love him. He's a baseball player. He's prepared, in whatever situation I ask of him, and he's ready. And so, just kind of learning him at the deadline, he's just he's a great teammate and very prepared. And him getting hit by pitch, the hit, he's always doing something to help you win baseball games.
Doc, would you take this last one here on the right?
Dave, we still don't know who you're going to face next, but Shohei will be the game one starter for you.
We're gonna talk about that, but that's probably the case. But with the off day after game 2, so we'll see. We don't know yet. Getting him to the point of just being in compete mode and trusting his stuff, knowing that he's the best option out there. I think this is the moment that we've been waiting for. I expect him to pitch well and deliver for us. This is the game that you go and exhaust all your resources to win tonight.
This is his first postseason start in Dodger blue.
A swing and a miss. Got him on a slider.
He struck him out. Froze him with a fastball at 97. The Phillies fighting for their lives. The Dodgers fighting for a ticket to the National League Championship Series. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Castellanos is stranded. This is what Mookie Betts lives for. Bases loaded. Full count. The payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, tie game. Dean scores. We're level at 1.
Cannot overstate how Sasaki's impact right now changes everything for the Dodgers.
Another 0 from Roki Sasaki. Hernandez comes in, and he's there to make the catch at his knees. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Alex Vesia strands Harper. Keeps it tied at 1.
Tommy Edman into left field, a base hit. Muncy has put the winning run 90 feet away. It is ball 4. And the bases are loaded in the 11th.
Heart rate's through the roof. The 0-1 pitch. Pages grounds it back to Kirkering. He can't find it. He throws home. It's wide. Kim scores. And the Dodgers are going to the championship series. Fireworks go off in center field. The Dodgers celebrate near first base on a ground ball back to the pitcher. Andy Pages somehow gets the job done.
Two more weeks. Let's celebrate tonight. Don't lose that edge, fellas. Don't lose that edge. Let's keep going.